start with a story about from episode number 6 about Atel, which was a neighbor of Eckhart Tolle back then. I think it was in London. I'm not sure, but either way, in England. But either way, she was a Holocaust survivor, and she has such a huge pain body. And one time, he tells in his book, she comes to him at 11 p.m., rang the door, wanted I have to talk to you. You have to talk to me like this. And then he opens the door, and then she comes, and she's like, you don't have any idea, and she has so much papers. They want to sue me. The building want to sue her because she didn't pay, because they didn't provide the whatever they needed to provide. So they want to sue me. They want to kick me out, and she was so stressful. And he was like so present, didn't react, just was there, totally present, felt his body. And then she continued, oh my God, they are so mean, blah, 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 blah. And then there was a point when she looks at him, and there was a silence, and she asked him, this is not important, right?
Wow.
And then he said to her, right. And then she took her stuff and left. And was the only word that he said the whole night. Right. That's it.
Only it is. Wow.
The next day, she told him, what did you do to me? I had the best night I had in a long time. I slept so good. What did you do to me? And he says, she actually should have asked me what I didn't do. I didn't react to the drama, to the madness,
If happened to you?
Well, that's a good question. I would really try to be present as he did, but it's so hard. Sometimes you just have to say something, but you should
temptation
not. Temptation to you think that your words will help. No, they won't. Just be present. Be so present. That was an amazing story. This is really teaches us a lot, because people have the answers. They don't need your words, Especially grown-ups. They don't really need you, They just need you to be there. Presence,
Yeah.
I told you that a lot, Fabio.
So, sometimes it's not good to be curious.
No, you can. There is a difference. Curious is wonderful. You can be curious. You can ask questions. But when a person is in a drama and pain body, squirrel in a suffering, curiosity would help. I don't know. I don't think curiosity is also very interesting. If you talk about your body, what do you feel? What do you mean you suffer? What do you feel in your body? This is curiosity. If you talk with them and you're curious about, what did he do to you? Wow, what did he say? This is only triggers more the drama and the pain body. Okay, when you're just curious, and maybe you're curious about yourself also. How do I feel when this person tells me this story? What do I feel in my body? How is my body reacts to this? This is also allows you to be present, and to the other person also to get more awareness, to be more present. By the way, I'm just remind everyone that listens, every time you hear a chicken or rooster, you breathe. You remember to breathe. I should remember to breathe every time that I hear the rooster. So yes, so I read from the book. I had not reacted, not confirmed the reality of her story, not fed her mind with more thought, and her pain body with more emotion. I had allowed her to experience whatever she was experiencing at that moment. And the power of allowing lies in non-doing. Being present is always more powerful than anything one could say or do. That's a very strong sentence, Fabio. Being present is always more powerful than anything one could say or do. That's amazing.
I don't know what mean the end.
More powerful, more strong.
Okay.
So let's say I remember I had a therapist, and this is not the presence that we're talking about, but just I want to give you the example it was silence the whole time, almost all the time.
And you talk,
And I talk. And in the end, I notice I'm like, this is madness. This is just like thoughts in my head.
Yeah.
But eventually, it wasn't present enough because I sensed that was not real present. I needed some reaction,
Yeah.
But if you're really present and you're very focused on the other person, you really like give him the full attention,
You give all your life.
You give him so
Yeah.
much. More than words, more than questions,
Yeah.
more than strengthening the pain body.
So this person is quiet, okay, and you talk, and you realize what you realize.
First, I realized that I need another therapist. No, but I tell you what, the truth is, I think somebody told him that he should be more silenced, not talk too much, which is true. But there's a difference between being quiet and think about other stuff, or like just like wandering in your mind, compared to just being present and sense your body and give the full attention to the other person. It's like talking on the phone with your friend, If you do other stuff, the friend will notice it. It will feel it. Even if you do something that is really like easy, like I don't know, like knitting or whatever, I don't know, like something else, the friend will notice it. It will feel it. If your mind is running on other stuff, thinking about other stuff, the friend will notice it, You don't give him the full attention. You don't really see him. Now, you don't have to do it with everyone, but do it with the important ones, I guess, the ones that you really care. But if you do it with other people, oh my God, you give so much to the world, When you give the present of presence to other, you're really conscious. Like, for example, we went to the market, and I really try to do it. I really try every time to look at the person, to see him, to talk to him. Not immediately, how much is it? What is it, Like just like talk to him like a human being, and you get so much also from it. I feel it. It's more nice. The experience is nicer for me. You know what I mean? I'm not like just like a robot. Just goes. I'm more present. Enjoy the moment. Yeah.
Yes, it's important what you said. Don't be a robot. Sometimes I am a robot. I don't have emotion for the person around me because I'm scared bring me energy because same question and what is the end?
Where's
What
the end?
I can gain is this
Nothing. No, but I have to share with the listeners, just important that you fasting a lot, Fabio, and this is why you're very careful about your energy. So when you fast for 3 days, sometimes dry fast, sometimes just water, you go to the market, you're so weak. You're not able to answer all the questions. Why don't you have shoes? Why do you go barefoot? Why? And you just like...
But mostly is because if I go in the market, I want just buy fruit. If I go in the gym, I want to work out.
You don't want to talk to anyone.
If I play football, I want to play football. I think there is a space for talk and there is a space for do stuff. This is my belief. If I watch
it's so
TV,
strange because if
I watch TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
But TV is different, Fabio. TV, it's usually you and your own screen. But gym, market, what else did you say? Market, gym, and?
Gym, football.
Football always involves people. You have to communicate with them.
But before.
What do you mean before?
Before you can talk, but when you play, you play.
When you play, you play. When you go to the market, when you buy, you buy.
Especially after fasting, okay? Your mind is just, I want to buy the best food, the best sweet. I'm very focused. My eyes go only in this color, okay?
You don't see the human. You only see the fruit. It's okay. I don't judge.
If I depends of if I am in balance. If I'm not in balance, I want to adjust the fruit. Depends.
Yeah, I think it's like a, like a cat that catches a bird or something. It doesn't care about anything. You just want the bird, just want the mouse, just to eat it and finish, Don't come close to me, don't talk to me, I just want the
Yeah.
food. Because I'm really hungry, like you. You were so hungry, you don't care.
Now I think how much is important to be health, to have nice mineral inside your body.
It's important.
It's so important because if you miss some things, you are not to be able to connect with people.
What helps you? What kind of food helps you the most to connect with people?
I think is emotional satisfy.
And how can you be emotional satisfied? If you eat like a really sweet fruit or what?
Appreciate the food when you eat. Appreciate this and eat what you want. Don't be serious about food.
Don't be serious about food. What do you mean?
I mean, if you're craving some things, eat.
Yeah, don't talk about it too much.
Yeah.
This is a lesson both of us learned so much.
Yeah, in Africa we learn this.
This was a big lesson because we always like, oh, I want to eat this. Just buy it,
Yes.
Just buy it. Because
I remember one day you eat beans, okay,
yeah,
and after this day, okay, I don't want any more beans. It's okay for me. I'm satisfied. I don't think about this, and this.
yes, I would just share with the people. Like I usually eat mainly fruits and vegetables, but sometimes that's why I say mainly. Sometimes I'm craving other stuff, and it's okay to eat sometimes cooked food like beans. And there is so much beans here in Kenya, Africa. This is like their local. What happened to my voice? This is like, maybe I should not mention
This
this.
is cooked food.
Cooked food.
Yeah.
So sometimes you eat beans, and I really wanted. But you eat them from the street. Yeah, I'm scared. I don't know how it is, what water they use, blah blah blah. But I talked to her about it too much, and then I was like, just buy it and eat it and finish. And if it's good, good. If it's not, yeah, okay, next time no. But just don't waste so much energy about talking about food, which I think we learned it, Fabio. We talk so much about it. And I felt like this is too much energy for nothing. Because we are, yeah, I don't know why.
But maybe because in our past we eat so much. Cooked food is very strong. Our pain body about food.
But Fabio, I don't miss so much cooked food. To be honest, it's nice once in a while. But for example, the bananas that you ate, cooked bananas that you ate yesterday, I don't want them.
You don't want.
You want?
Now I think to boil.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe because you ate already fruits today. I don't know. I really don't want to open my day with cooked. We ate yesterday bananas, very green bananas that you cook, and they are really the same as potatoes. It's amazing. They are very green. You just cook them, hot water, and then you eat them, and it's exactly like potatoes. But I really do feel, Fabio, and I will tell you, I really do feel the body will not react good to cooked fruits that are not ripe.
Yeah.
It would not. You can try. It's edible. You will eat it, but your body. I felt it. I felt it yesterday. My body is not the same. It's not calm. It's not like relaxed or how do you say light as before.
Yeah.
It was nice. Of course, everything that you put oil and salt will be tasty. Everything.
Everything.
Come on, and also like fruits and vegetables when you eat them raw, it's not easy for the body. It needs to work for it. It needs to work for it. When you eat cooked food, it doesn't need to do anything. It just goes from the mouth and by,
Yeah.
That's why people really like cooked food. And it's so strange. The dogs here, the wild dogs and cats eat cooked food. That's insane. It's not insane. Just like I guess they're starving and they don't have meat here because it's more expensive. So the locals give them cooked food like ugali, which is kind of a corn here, maize. But I really don't think this is their food for them,
Yeah.
But when you're hungry and when you're starving, of course, eat everything.
Everything.
Everything. Like, yeah, of course. This is the most important thing. I will, if I was starving, I will eat even worms. I will eat everything. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. So breaking free from the pain body, I continue. So I want to share something like, Eckhart Tolle, how he was awakened. He was feeling he was having a big deep depression, heavy depression, and he really thought about committing a suicide. That's how bad he was, how bad was his situation. And it was like for a while, and then one night it was so painful, that something broke there, and then he eventually became awakened,
Yeah.
Pain is so peaceful. Suddenly, from all the pain, there was some
It's
peacefulness.
like to die. Also, it is.
Exactly. His pain body or his ego died that night. That's what he said. So I want to read. People with strong pain body often reach a point where they feel their life is becoming unbearable, where they cannot take any more pain, any more drama. Their acute emotional pain forces them to disidentify from the content of their mind. Then they know that neither their unhappy story nor the emotion they feel is who they are. This is what happens to Eckhart Tolle, and this is what happens to me also. When I had a big depression, also before, when the mind tells me so much stories about how much my life is miserable and how I should have done this and this, sometimes the pain is so hard. And I said it before and I will say it again. Depression is also physical. It's physical pain. When the pain is so hard, it's so much pain. There is so much pain, and the thoughts also keep coming again and again. For me, there was like a point when I was like, wait a second, this is too much. This is too much. Stop, I cannot. This is too much. Relax, okay? Like, I could not listen to my mind anymore for the same day. It was too much for me. I felt like something is going wrong. Like, what is that? Like, you've been, like, you gone, like, this is too much, And I can understand why people commit suicide. I really can. Because this suffering, this pain is so strong. I completely, I can understand. I don't support it, absolutely not. I think it's one of the worst things you can do.
I also think it is.
I really do believe that. Luckily, I never thought about. I never really had a plan or something, but I really did suffer a lot. But it was so painful that for there was a point when I was just like, okay, I surrender. I had enough. I don't know, like, okay. And I have to say, at the beginning, I was like, okay, my mind is going crazy. Something is wrong. I also noticed, even I didn't know Eckhart Tolle, I didn't know nothing about surrender, acceptance, nothing about that. I noticed my mind, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Something is not true because the stories were too much. It didn't stop. But then when I started to learn about acceptance, surrender, Eckhart Tolle, all of this stuff, I really surrendered. I started to surrender. Okay, you want to suffer now? You want to tell stories? Keep going. I'm here. I just listen.
So you just listen to your thoughts. It's not
I just was there, present, noticing them coming and going, coming and going.
in the bed.
On the sofa, on the bed, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the pain was so much. I remember days when I felt like I'm suffocating. I really felt somebody suffocating me. And I felt my heart is breaking to two. Really, it was so painful. And the thoughts keep coming. But that was so much suffering.
And
Such a
come
waste.
from with your last relationship. It is because you
I don't think it was exact. Okay, so it
comes from this, okay?
yeah. So
But
it started.
after,
So that's a good question. I think it's accumulation of all the negative emotions that I had, but it was specifically the separation, the breakup. But I tell you what about the breakup. I was the one who decided, let's say, to end this relationship. Okay, I wanted to end this relationship, and the guilt, that was my suffering. The guilt. You know what I mean?
yes. Yes.
The guilt. Oh my God, what I did to the other person, how did I treat the other person, all of this. That was so painful. Not this, people break up. 1,000 breakups happens every day, I think. I don't know. More, of course, more. But I'm just saying, like, the guilt was so, like, wow. If you want to suffer, yeah, be very, yeah, uncompassionate towards yourself. Yeah.
No, I don't want to suffer. It's better to think about how to release, how to improve yourself.
I don't want to suffer.
I don't want feel like you.
Okay, so you don't have to suffer,
Yeah.
but pain will be there, Fabio. Pain will be part of life,
Yes.
But you don't have to suffer, you're right. So,
Maybe one day if I really love one person and some things change, maybe yes.
suffering?
Yeah.
I don't think you will suffer, Fabio. Because you came to a point, maybe you will suffer,
Yeah.
but then you will learn again. But sometimes suffering also teaches us, okay? When I suffer, and I have to say, Kenya is very challenging, Africa is very challenging. Sometimes it came to a point of suffering, I have to say. But I always like, now I remember, surrender. Now I remember, non-reaction, no reaction, non-reactivity. You can do whatever you can do. But if you cannot do anything, just surrender. This is what it is. How many problems with the electricity we had here?
Yeah.
And sometimes it was on purpose, They don't want to pay the electricity, the hotel or whatever, or the guest house, or the apartment. And you're like, oh my God, this is really challenging, And sometimes you just surrender. So, yeah, I don't think you will suffer, Fabio. I think you will be in pain, which is normal, okay? Pain is part of life. People do not this is part of life. Unfortunately, unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, but pain is part of life. Suffering, it's not mandatory.
Yeah, okay. Luckily, my life gives me the person when I'm ready for this.
Your loved one?
Because if I meet some person 5 years ago,
I got you.
I suffer so much.
Oh my God, Fabio, oh my God, yes, you're totally right. Oh my God, how much I suffered for nothing, and how much I was unconscious in the relationship.
Yeah.
I was unconscious, but you know what? I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you about Eckhart Tolle. I knew Eckhart Tolle also before, actually, the relationship, and also through the relationship I knew him. But I was never connected to the ideas of Buddhism and Eckhart Tolle as I'm right now. So if it wasn't for I needed this relationship to grow spiritually.
But for me, you can know Eckhart Tolle, but you should experience yourself for improve your life, your emotion, your control of yourself. You can read all the books, all the spiritual book, but if you are in your room and you don't challenge you, okay.
Yeah, you don't need to challenge. Life will challenge you either way.
Yeah.
Also, Eckhart Tolle says that.
For this reason, sometimes it's better to meet the person. The person teach you a lot of stuff.
Yes, but it's also nice to know these things before. So you can know Eckhart Tolle and the ideas of surrender and all of this. So when a situation comes, you can suffer, but you don't have to suffer so much. You know what I mean, Fabio?
Yeah.
So I think I wish for everyone to learn these ideas a bit before, even if they're too young and they never had a real big pain in their life or horrible event. it's nice to know this idea. So when you will have this event, you know how to approach it more effectively or suffer less. It's. I have to share something that you reminded me. Eckhart Tolle always asks his patients or people, "How old are you?" when they are young. He doesn't ask this question when they look old. And I sometimes, it looks not so good. Why do you ask this question? But he says, and he's honest about it. He said, if the person is young, so young, it means that he didn't have so much pain or suffering. Usually, sometimes it's not. That he didn't have so much suffering in his life, so he wouldn't be able to maybe approach this idea or understand this idea better than somebody who really suffered. So I only when I suffered so much, I really understood the ideas of acceptance, surrender. I really did. I was so much in resistance. I thought I can control the world back then when I was younger. I thought everything is in my control. I can do everything. You can do, yes, you can achieve, you can manifest and everything. But I was in resistance to reality. It didn't came from a deeper place. It came from resistance.
I want to ask you if you have three person, one is young, one is in the middle age, and one is old. Which kind of person suffer more?
Middle, no?
Yeah, I also believe this.
Because
Why?
you're not so your ego, your pain body is not so whole. It's not so big,
Yeah.
It's not so big when you're a child. Maybe you have a small pain body. Your ego is not so big, But when you grow up, slowly, your pain body and your ego go stronger, bigger, and then when you get old, you take
Surrender.
off. You surrender. You have to. If not, you suffer. Some people don't surrender. Some people suffer all their life. I have to say, like, I love my father, yes, truly, but I feel like he will not be awakened in this lifetime, And I think
Maybe.
he can maybe, maybe, but he can live with the pain or suffering. Maybe I can. Maybe I'm talking about myself, I don't know.
Yeah.
But this is how I see it. Maybe he can live with this amount of pain, which is okay, for the rest of his life, But usually people, for me it was too. I cannot bear pain so good. For me, like when I was young, I'm very sensitive, so everything like really hurts, That's why I had no choice but to surrender and accept this in this time, right now. So to your question, yes, the middle guy. When you get older, you just like you care less. You do care less, right? Even today, I'm right now I'm 38.
But maybe because you don't have so much energy. Maybe it's just this.
I tell you the truth, Fabio. So I'm just maybe.
If you are old and you have a lot of energy,
true.
you suffer.
No, but I think if you're fasting, you don't also. You're right. If you're tired, you don't have energy, so you don't. You're right. But this is under thoughts. You want to go above thoughts. Eckhart Tolle always said that you can have drugs, you can be tired, you can be this, alcohol, whatever, but use it below thought. But I have to say to you, Fabio, we are traveling now, and I travel in Africa, Southeast Asia, India, whatever, and I have to tell you, this is the best time for me to travel. The best time. So when I was younger, I thought too much about people, about situation. I didn't stand my grounds. I don't know if you say it. I didn't it wasn't like if somebody tells me something, okay, I don't want to argue so much, or I'm in so much pain. But today, when I walk and want something, I say, yeah, I want this. And if the person say to me, no, you should do this, I said, no, I prefer this one. Easy for me.
Yeah.
You also do it, Fabio, which is amazing. But
It's
for me,
amazing, yeah.
oh my God, I suffered so much back then. I like it when I come to person and I tell them, yes, I want to go this and this. And I don't need to apologize about what I ask. For example, I ask for a local market, And looking back, like when I was young, why should you ask for a local market, Like this is like go to a supermarket or go to a I don't know where, but I want a local experience. For example, let's say, or I want the more affordable. I don't want to go to the big like expensive stuff. I want to go to buy the real like the local do. And back then I was so shy to say that, and today I was like, no, where is it? Take me there. That's it. No questions.
I also, before I'm shy, where come from?
Oh, that's a good question.
From your childhood, from your parents teach.
I think it's the ego, because you want people to see you in a certain way,
Yeah.
So when you're shy because you don't want to hurt anyone, you don't want to make anyone uncomfortable, you don't want you don't want people to see you as maybe this or that,
Yeah, you are scared about people.
So you play a role. You play like a role. I'm this and
And
no,
I
and you
remember,
suffer,
yeah,
and you suffer.
suffer so much.
You suffer.
If you are in one group, you think so much how to do,
Exactly.
which words is better for the.
Oh my God, Fabio, with you I don't have it so much. I have to say, with
No.
others it's so much energy to travel with. I always worry: is everything is okay? Like everything is fine, like always. But you are very conscious, and this your conscience also reflects to me, and I feel more calm. So my mind and my thoughts are not so active.
You think if now comes in my mind, if all person is naked, should improve the shy in the world?
You mean like people will be less shy if
Yeah.
everybody's like? I think so. They have a very interesting practice here. You know that about Africa. When every child becomes 9 or 10, they circumcise him. I don't know if it's beautiful, but I'm just sharing. They circumcise him, but he has to, I think before he's circumcised, you have to be naked for 3 days, walking around and sleep outside in nature. I know it sounds horrible, but what is amazing about it, and many people will look at the dangers, there is dangers, absolutely, and I understand and I accept them. But I just want to share this point of like, just being naked with your body, how much we hide, even as children's, which I can understand. There is a sense behind it, reason behind it, but also like we are so shy with our clothes.
So shy.
I think Germany does a good job about it, or Scandinavian countries also do a good job about it. You go to sauna naked. But in Israel or in the West, America, forget about it. You go to sauna with a bathing suit. What are you, crazy?
Yeah.
So, so if all the people were naked, yes, I think shyness will not be so strong.
When I was child, if in football after you play,
You go to shower.
You go to shower. I don't go to shower. I'm shy.
Really?
Too. Yes.
I would never say that about you, Fabio. You look
Before, yes.
You don't care about nothing.
Yes. Because the children is.
Yes, very mean.
Okay. And you are scared about the judge.
But this is so. You think in Africa they have it also, Fabio?
No, I don't think so.
They don't care so much, but they're starting to care, I think.
Maybe.
But like nudity, it's so important because when you're a child or teenager, you also think like sometimes you think your body is not good or whatever. You don't have any perspective. Only from I don't know, internet or porn or whatever. This is your like the bodies that you think you should have.
Yeah.
But this is insane. Everybody for my like after a while, like everybody has the same stuff.
Yeah.
And we're so like scared about it. Don't know, like so much suffering, but it is what it is. How many people like cover themselves completely?
Yeah.
I think I'm also like I cover myself because I'm scared of the mosquitoes usually, but here in Africa.
But I think is Europe, America. It is.
Yeah.
Asia is less, I think.
You sure, Fabio?
I feel this.
I don't know. They're also very modest. Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, they're very modest. They're very like, no, they're, I think, I'm not sure. South Korea,
No, yeah, maybe
Japan,
I'm not. It's not true. Yeah.
America also. They have problems with nudity in films, but violence, no problems. But that's what I heard. But for the French and for the Germans,
But also,
it's easier. They
one
don't.
person is shy for show also the feet.
Who is shy?
The person is there is a fetishism also for feet.
People are shy from their feet.
Yeah, for show the feet.
For the show their feet.
Yeah.
I don't. I really like my feet. I never.
Yeah.
Why should you be shy? Maybe if you know sometimes.
Covert is.
No, I don't know why. Yeah, maybe in Thailand or this kind of areas, they have a problem. They don't want to see your feet, you know, in the monastery or whatever. But no, why should you? Why? It's part of
Why?
your body.
Yeah.
It's part of your.
All is
What
your
do you want me to
body.
do? Like, don't know. You know, in the Holocaust, I don't know why do I tell this story, but you think about people from Europe, religious people, Jews, and others, of course, but many Jews, and they ask him to be naked, you know, completely in front of each other. You know how horrible is it for a religious Jewish person to take off his clothes? I always remember that, but yeah. What did I say that? Yeah, nudity. Okay. Let's continue to the book, okay? I think it's a good time. We talk about the Holocaust, and Holocaust, we're talking about breaking up the pain body. I don't know. Okay, so I think this is one of the most important texts from the episode. Just repeating, we're talking about episode number 6, breaking from the pain body. So when the pain body is activated, know that what you're feeling is the pain body in you. This knowing is all that is needed to break your identification with it. This means the pain body cannot use you anymore and renew itself through you. This is so important. This is all you need to do. Just be aware of the pain body when it's activated. And I'm telling it from a personal experience. Even in Kenya, I felt the pain body so strong in some days, in the morning, when we walked, or when we came back. I felt it so much in the upper chest or on the left side of my body. I felt it just want to fight with somebody, just wants negative thoughts, everything. You just want to just to be bigger. And I just felt it and let it be. And really, after a few seconds, when I really was there, really presence with my inner body and these parts of my body, really like this. Suddenly, that was amazing for me. It's exactly what Eckhart Tolle talks about. Yes, so he's continuing saying, not projecting the old emotion into situations means facing it directly within yourself. It may not be pleasant, and it's not, but it won't kill you. Your presence is more than capable of containing it. The emotion is not who you are. That is so big.
Yeah.
I have to say, this is not pleasant. It's not, I will not lie. It's not pleasant to feel your body. And when people come, and when this woman, you remember, Fabio, we talked about it, the woman came to Tolle, and she didn't want to feel anything. She just wanted to run away from it, you know?
Yeah.
But you have to be there. You have to be, and it won't kill you, right? Like he said, you are capable of doing that. Just feel it. It won't be pleasant, but with time, it will be easier and easier, and you will suffer less.
Exactly. Every time is easier. Is the life this. The first lesson is very hard.
Is what?
The lesson
Is hard.
first is very hard.
Yes.
But the life is cycle for repeat this lesson if you don't understand. And then the second time is easier. Easier.
You know, Fabio, we did a yoga today, and I also do yoga, but we did some new stuff that I didn't know before.
Yeah.
You showed me, and thank you for that, Fabio. And there was some exercise that I was like, oh, I want to stop right now. I don't want to do it, you know. But then I thought to myself, okay, this is only because it's the first time I do it. If I do it many times, like you told me,
It's a pleasure.
it's a I don't know. It's pleasure.
It's
This is too
pleasure.
far. But it won't be so painful.
Yeah.
It's the first time. So the alarm of the car here, I think it's a good sign for us to continue to episode number 7. And we will see you next time.